The regular season for volleyball concludes this afternoon as the Northmor Golden Knights take on the Crestview Cougars in one final tune-up before the tournament. We got the action coming your way next.
Man, what should I listen to on the OH Report today?
Dude, listen to the Friday Night Pigskin. You got highlights and scores from all around the area.
The OH Report podcast has more than just football.
No, listen to the Pigskin. The Pigskin.
Podcast.
Pigskin.
Podcast.
Pigskin.
Why not
Podcast.
both?
Pigskin.
Podcast.
Dude, clean your ears out, man.
Bro, there's so much space in here.
Lender, craftsman, dog dead. We're more than our job titles, and you're more than an account number. The personal attention we provide comes from a promise to serve you with respect and compassion. By being responsive to your questions and taking time to understand your needs and goals, we give you more than just a place to bank. That's the more you can expect from Park National Bank. Find John or a banker near you at parknationalbank.com. Park National Bank, where you mean more.
Morrow County Hospital, along with Ohio Health, is the official sports medicine provider of Northmor High School. Available 24/7 to care for your athlete with same-day appointment options available. We keep your athletes healthy and in the game. Morrow County Hospital and Ohio Health are proud to partner with Northmor High School to provide a healthier community, serving teams, parents, and all of Morrow County.
Welcome to the castle on the campus of Northmor High School for today's regular season finale between the Northmor Golden Knights and the Crestview Cougars. Hello everybody, my name is Travis Berardi alongside Kenny Penzi. Like we said a couple days ago at Clearport, brackets are done, conference races are done, but there's still stuff to work on.
Yes, there is. You know, things that can always be better in my book are, okay, how aggressively can we serve in and serve to space? I think any team can still improve on that. Minimizing our hitting errors and getting a little bit more creative, so that is establishing that we've established our middle early and that we are able to not be so pin heavy, so we're not overusing our outside or get the maybe a go-to swing, but we want to give other people confidence and opportunities to make the same either air or the same kill. And, you know, it's just the passing. As always, as I would say, you must be able to pass the ball 3 to 5 feet off the net, high in the middle of the court, to make yourself better.
Well, all in pre-game here. We're just about ready to get into Northmor finished second in the K-Mac, 1 game behind Cardinals. They both split the regular season series. Also called one loss, and that's the difference between the two squads. Crestview finished at 500, 7-7. A win today would keep them above 500 going into the tournament, although a loss, they would drop to 10-11. Both teams getting ready for the tournament. They will both play in a sectional semifinal. Monday night, Crestview will travel to Edison. There's a 10 seed. They'll travel to number 5 Edison for a 5 o'clock tip. Northmor, they will take on the winner of Danville and Patriot Prep.
So it's just the first round bye?
Yeah, the first round bye, the sectional. Semi-final. There's multiple teams in their district, so there's like
The difference.
sectional, quarterfinal, semi-final, and a final. So they took a bye into the semi-final.
Okay.
They will play that match on Thursday. But right now we go down courtside for the playing of our national anthem, the Star Spangled Banner. So now that we have the national anthem complete, let's take a look at today's starters. First, for the Lady Cougars, Samantha Feldhake, Chloe Sauter, Becca Kaufman, Sophie Durbin, Izzy Artis, Grace Fry, Addison Sandick, Sarah Cohn, Callie Shiflett, Emily Weaver, and Skylar Ramsey. Lady Cougars, like I said, coming in at 10-10. As a team, they're hitting 132, Mackenzie.
Yeah, and I've noticed they don't have anybody dressed in a libero jersey tonight, so they are going to, one, use more subs, but I think that they've come to the point in the season where, okay, things weren't working for them defensively, as I've noticed throughout the entire year, so they made some changes, which is good to see. We have Izzy Artis right now, back to hitting percentage. We have Izzy Artis hitting 183. She's leading the team in the hitting percentage, and then Kalia Shiflett right behind her at 168. They've dropped a little bit. They're hitting 132 as a team. I'd like to see the wealth go around a little bit more. And Northmor, their hitting percentage is up since we saw them on Tuesday.
And now we take a look at the starters for the Lady Knights. Rachel Irvin, Chloe Keene, Maggie Tuttle, Amanda Kincaid, Emily Zager, Lizzie Earlston, Lexi Wenger, Maddie Blanc, Maggie Brewer, Abby Conant, and Reagan Swihart. The Lady Knights are hitting 139 as a squad. Only 5 losses so far this year.
Yeah, and Reagan Swihart, her hitting percentage did go up from Tuesday. She's now hitting 213, which is much better. I'm so happy that she's hitting a little bit better. Amanda Kincaid's right behind her. She's hitting 176. I like to see them feed her more balls in free ball and transition. You want your middles, though they don't get as many balls, that hitting percentage should be higher. That means you're setting them up for success where it's like a boom-boom play, gets them a couple quick kills early in the match. So let's see if both teams can establish their middles early today so they can give their outsides great opportunities, especially Chloe King from Northmor. I wanted them to put her in better situations to be successful. She's great for them on the right. She's this really solid blocker. I want to see her more offensive here today.
Just about ready to go here from the castle. The Lady Knights riding a 4-game win streak since dropping a 3-1 match at home against Big Walnut. They defeated Mount Gilead 3-0, knocked off a very good Galleon squad in 5 sets at Galleon.
That's a hard place to play as of late. I haven't played Galleon since I haven't really seen them since I had like the Rhiann Neals and Taylor Valentine of the day. So, I mean, they're still pretty solid. They're one of our more steady teams here, especially as of late. So that's a big win for them.
We are ready to go. Lizzie Earlston with the serve.
That's a good serve. Made her move to her right. This is where I like to see them run that middle.
Swihart gets the first point. Nice swing by her, and we're underway.
And, I talked about this at Clear Fork the other night. And, it's about the stat that we had at Dayton, and it was like a dig or a miss dig. And, this is the opportunity now. You go for every single ball, and if you are not diving and trying to touch every single ball, you've done something wrong. Crestview has got to touch more balls defensively. They cannot turn and watch balls go by.
Got an ace just over the net. Lady Knights lead 2-0.
They're going at her.
This will be a free ball, but it goes into the net. So a nice start by Northmor here.
And 3 years is 3 points, and that's a 3-point swing right there. Those are the little runs and bunches that I've been talking about all season long. Good pass. Got to push that all the way to the pin for Becca Kaufman.
Knocked back over. Blocked at the net.
Great touch.
And it'll be a point.
So the last time since I've seen Crestview play, they are running a different setter right now. There is youth in that, which is fine, and we love that because I think they're going to be running a 6-2 or a 5-1 or a 4-2 where they're setting out of the front row with 2 setters. But they've got to, if you're going to run that, you've got to push all those balls to the pin. See, they're not giving them ways to be successful right now.
There's a good swing by Tuttle, but it's brought up.
It's a great touch, great dig.
Take a look at that dig one more time by Emily Zager.
And she just stood up a little too high. She keeps those shoulders forward, create some separation between her body and the ball. Keep that ball moving forward.
Lady Knights with another chance.
That was just wide. That's a good swing, though, for Chloe Keene. I just feel like she's still a little off balance when she goes to swing at that she's landing kind of on one foot. I want her to be a little bit more patient, maybe give her a little bit more time on that set and push that all the way to the pin for her. And also, Crestview, they've updated their defense. So if you look at it, they're playing what we call an up defense. So they put someone who's right on the 10-foot line. They cover all of the tips from tee to tee, so from sideline to sideline. And then 11-6, they got the corners of the court.
Off the block and down. So Northmor, an early 6-1 lead here in the first set.
I think that's a whole matter of will at this point in the morning. They are out of the gates. They're serving tough. They're serving in. They are not giving Crestview any opportunities to do anything with the ball right now. It's a great serve.
And it's an ace. Take a look at the hot shot secret replay. Splits that back line. Gets the point. Goes same position. Gets a little bit more curve on at that time.
So as of recent, I've always been tracking, okay, like people, they're in system. We're in system and we're out of system. So I said, okay, if I'm going to say that they're in system or out of system, I'm going to start tracking that stat so people can truly understand what I mean. So out of the past 9 points of this match so far, Crestview has been out of system 6 to their 1. So that 1 point that they do have, they got that point because they were in system. So they are able to run 3 options on the court. So they have got to find a way to pass and create opportunities for their hitters to attack the ball, because they're just giving free balls or you're hitting out of the back row. That's not super, super aggressive, and that's not going to make them better for their first-round tournament game.
Northmor leading 9-1, Crestview taking its first time out. How often do you see a team playing without a libero?
In high school, never. And sometimes you just, like I saw it against West Holmes where they had a libero, but she only played 3 rotations as a DS, which is totally fine. Like if you don't have someone on your team that is your full out, like your best defensive kid, you still need to have a libero because it saves you on subs. Even if they play, it doesn't matter sometimes if they're in a different jersey, but if you need that, like say you get close with subs at the end of the match, they still can go for 2 people. They serve once, but it's nice to have that so you're not so worried about your substitutions depending on how many kids you sub.
This afternoon's broadcast brought to you live and free thanks to our generous sponsors, Morrow County Hospital, Park National Bank, Hot Shot Secret, J&F Construction, and Morrow County Hospital.
That was close at the end. Little touch.
It's an ace, and the Lady Knights come out of the timeout. Didn't get iced that time.
No, it almost did, but last second. And that's out of system. They're not giving they're not giving people opportunities to make good decisions.
That shot too strong, and it's 11-1.
You know, Reagan Swihart has done a super, super good job for them this year. So early I checked their serving percentage. So you want to try to be around, like, to play for Bobby Weaver, you had to serve 90, usually 95% and above. And Reagan Swihart, she's been flirting a little bit with the serve, but I think today she's really stepped up, and this will definitely increase her serving percentage today.
She's been on because she's just getting it over the net.
And it's
nice block.
Maggie Tuttle has worked super hard these past 2 matches to touch more balls. I don't know if you guys noticed, she tracked that super in. She kept her hands high the entire time. And especially when you're a middle, you never want to drop your hands below your waist. She kept her hands high, popped to that quick ball when it was super, super tight. I loved that. She's serving her butt off. Wow.
Another ace by Swihart in her final regular season match as a Lady Knight.
She's playing well. There's a lot to prove. There's a lot of emotions when you think about it. Like, you never think. I remember, like, when I was done with our regular season game, it's like, that's really weird. You feel kind of uncomfortable. Like, this is my gym, and it's not mine anymore. Good effort. Great effort.
Good thing for Northmor, though, they will get at least 2 more home games.
Yeah.
They get the sectional semifinal and then a sectional final at home.
Yeah.
Districts are at Worthington Christian, but they do have the chance of getting at least 2 more home games for these seniors.
Yeah. And, you know, when we played at Lex our last 2 home games, my mom couldn't figure out, like, when we started the match against Bellevue, we played so bad. And Mom's like, what the heck is wrong with these girls? And it's like, as a girl, you're so emotional and you just want to play so well. So I hope that they just enjoy these moments that they have left, because they are fleeting.
Into the net they call, so Northmor gets that point. They lead 15-1.
I would let her rip anywhere all day long. She's done a great job here on the end line.
Well, you can see not many emotions by the Lady Knights, though, thus far. Maybe some aggression, taking it out after the football team dropped their first game of the season last night.
I know Hayden said you were pretty crushed this morning. That's your team.
Well, for you Northmor fans that are watching, I've been crunching the playoff numbers. Northmor actually didn't move. They still stayed in 4th. So a win on Friday night not only gets you a KMAC championship, but it still gets you 2 home games. Timeout, Crestview, 17-1 Northmor. And speaking of football for Crestview, huge game tonight.
I forget they play on Saturday nights. I'm not ready for football, high school football on Saturday nights.
This is the biggest game maybe of the year.
Who we got?
Undefeated state-ranked Crestview taking on undefeated state-ranked St. Paul for the conference championship.
That sounds intense.
Crestview could jump to the top of their region. A St. Paul loss could move Lucas to the top of their region. A lot to play tonight when it comes to this game, and we're going to have that live and free for you tonight. We're going to have a full broadcast. Yeah, I'm sideline. I'll be on the sideline for that one. I cannot wait. But right now,
we're back to volleyball.
Yeah, we still have some volleyball to play here. Crestview has a hole to dig themselves out of here in this first set, down 17-1.
Oh, great serve.
Swihart still with the big swing and the block. Maggie Tuttle.
And, you know, everything about that was so textbook. Their hands stayed high, especially, and, you know, how her blocking form is, she's not swing blocking. So she has to keep her hands and her footwork all the same and pop straight up. So she's working so hard right now going pin to pin.
Another block. We got a block party here this morning in North Bloomfield Township.
Remember, ladies and gentlemen, doesn't matter if you jump 7 feet in the air. As long as your hands are low and fast, it's a block party all day. And it's her hands back into zone 6. Wasn't going to get tooled and used. And she switched spots to serve.
And another ace. Swihart. I'm not even going to say anything. I'm not even going to say anything. Let's just enjoy what she's doing right now.
I'll wait till the set's over, and then I have a little story to tell. I'll tell my little story, because you know me. I open my mouth, and things go sideways, and sweet spirits.
She has a little bit of luck as well.
Hey, you remember, an ace
is an ace. Is an ace. Yes.
And as Hayden says, a yard is a yard is a yard.
Yeah, look at you and Bobby rubbing off on our young talent here.
I know. He doesn't like to admit it, but I have effect on him.
Overpass, it's another ace. Reagan Swihart is playing out of her mind right now.
You know what? You're at the point where, okay, again, it's like a free throw. Everything is entirely in your control. She's really narrowed her focus. She has switched both sides of the court, and I think she kind of has her pick of the litter right now where she wants to serve to.
Free ball back over.
Good block touch. They're in system. I like that decision to run the middle. That's going to help your percentage if that is a kill.
Nice effort by Crestview to get that back, but then another big swing.
I love that. And you know what? That's Chloe Keene's bread and butter. She was our middle early in the year, and she likes to go fast. But what I want to see is I want that ball pushed a little bit more on her right shoulder, so if she wants, she can stay open and cut that back to left back. I do like that swing, though. It's very nice.
Swihart again gets it over. This is going to lead to a free ball. Back line, Swihart.
That's a good pass. That keeps her in front.
Nice adjustment by Tuttle to get it over. Crestview, good effort.
Okay.
Another chance.
Chloe Keene had hands on the ball there. A little panic in her eyes.
Kaufman. Northmor with another chance. And into the net. So finally the streak ends, but what a run by Reagan Swihart there. 23-2 is your score right now.
You know, Bobby has a thing that if you have a perfect game or if you side out, it's 25-0. Even if you serve 24 points, you get a steak dinner. There was a steak dinner there for Reagan Swihart.
Blocked, back over to
That was a little tight. She had really nowhere to go.
I don't think I've ever seen a 25-0 set.
Oh, we did that at Lex. That was our that was a sectional semifinal game, I think, or a sectional final game.
Into the net, so Crestview. Two in a row.
So right now, the 3 hitting errors that Northmor have turned into the 3 points for Crestview, which I mean it happens. I mean you're just making errors, and that's how they get points. That happens sometimes.
They're gonna call that out.
Yep, their 4th point, and that's their 4th error.
I like the sportsmanship as well. That was head coach Josh Lehman from Northmor. He told the line, he said that was out. You can call it. You can call it.
I mean, and when you are 23-4, it's like, we'll let it go. It's a great in-system pass.
Wenger got it. Set point for Northmor. They have 20 set points here.
You know, Maggie Tuttle's going back to the end line. I want to see her get a little bit more aggressive. I want to see her serve to more space. That's a great decision.
Ooh,
it's a little
just out.
long, but I don't know if you guys saw it. That's a very long serve to have. I think if she would have tossed that a little bit more on her right shoulder a little bit and a little bit higher, that would have cut just inside that end line.
So Crestview with a few points here at the end of the set. We know it's going to take a lot for them to come back, but at least get a run of points here, get some momentum going into the second set.
As much as they can. I mean, they've only rotated 4 times because it's been 5 points, and they haven't really sustained a run. So I mean, they got to give anything that they can right now to try to redirect the course of this match.
Nice adjustment there by Wenger, and that'll do it for the first set. Northmor rolls here in set 1, 25-5. We're going to take a break. We'll be back with set number 2 right here, live and free on the OH Report.
Lender, craftsman, dog dad. We're more than our job titles, and you're more than an account number. The personal attention we provide comes from a promise to serve you with respect and compassion. By being responsive to your questions and taking time to understand your needs and goals, we give you more than just a place to bank. That's the more you can expect from Park National Bank. Find John or a banker near you at parknationalbank.com. Park National Bank, where you mean more.
Morrow County Hospital, along with Ohio Health, is the official sports medicine provider of Northmor High School. Available 24/7 to care for your athlete with same-day appointment options available. We keep your athletes healthy and in the game. Morrow County Hospital and Ohio Health are proud to partner with Northmor High School to provide a healthier community, serving teams, parents, and all of Morrow County.
Lady Knights with a 25-5 first set. They lead 1-0. Travis Berardi back here at the castle with Mackenzie Weaver. And while we have some time, Mackenzie, what is your best serving story? Because I know Bobby let you serve out there when you played at Lexington.
She
so
did.
What was your best story?
Well, it's not my story per se. We had my libero my senior year, Taylor Stoico. We were playing senior high. And that was when there was so many bomb threats. So, like, none of the kids showed up to play, so it was all their JV kids. So, essentially, Taylor served. She served 24 points because we had a side out, and then she almost missed her match point serve. And, like, yes, we were so happy, but, oh, my goodness, I was like, Taylor, serve in. And she ended up, if you serve a 25-point game for Bobby, you get a steak dinner of your choice. And let me just tell you, Taylor had the best steak dinner of her life. I think it was at the Texas Roadhouse where she wanted it to be, but it's a steak dinner of your choice, anywhere you want to go.
Did you ever come close to steak dinner?
No, I mean, my serving percentage was always high, but I just somehow never could stay on the end line long enough to try to serve. I mean, yeah, probably a couple good runs.
There was a little bit of a flaw in Mackenzie Weaver's game, and it was serving.
Yeah, you know, I'm not perfect. Contrary to what everybody thinks.
Lady Cougars with the let ball gets their first lead of the match. Even though it's 1-0, they do have the lead here. Another nice serve. Back and forth at the net. That's Emily Weaver that served that.
I want to see them run this middle a little more. They have rotated. They have their second middle in right now. She plays for the JV team, which I like to see, but I would rather they make that sub after they get like 10 or 15 points because I don't like to see the roller coaster of emotions that goes on. I know you want to make subs. I know you want to get kids in, but you have to establish early your team.
Golden Knights back on the board there after Crestview with 2 straight. Earlston able to aid that point for the Lady Knights. And she will serve.
She had some great runs against, who did they play on Tuesday?
You were at Worthington Christian.
They played Worthington Christian. That's who they played. I'm like, they played someone. She had some great service runs against Worthington Christian. She established herself well. Again, serving end is great. I want to see her take more hands with the ball. The ball with her hands more.
Big swing. Becca Kaufman gets the point. Crestview back on top, 3-2.
And finally, they've had 2 balls in system right now for Crestview last match, they only had 1 ball in system to 17 serve receives out of system. It has to be better. That it was so uncharacteristic of any team, I think, when it's like that. They've got to be better on the serve receive end.
Keen with the adjustment. Crestview. That's a tough decision there for Zager. Ball looked like it was going to be going right down the line. She made the effort for it.
That's a down ball. That's a down ball. That's where she needs to be. I think she got caught watching a little bit, which it happens. But she's got to be ready to rotate, especially in that rotation defense when your setter's back row. Take that down ball.
Swihart got it.
Great swing.
Good movement there. Gets the setup, and that's her sweet spot. You know, on Thursday we talked about Becca Conrad doing that, getting on the right side, that moving. For Swihart, it's on the left side, getting set up.
And that's when that ball, I don't think people really think about like, oh, like it's a fast set, it has to be a shoot. There's a difference between the tempo and the speed in which the ball comes out of your hands, but that's got to be pushed all the way to the stick for her to hit that. You can't, if you set her inside, she's going to be running into a really solid double block.
Swihart goes back for her first serve of the second set, and what does she do? She gets an ace. But Crestview answers right back. So coming into this match, Swihart,
she's
first on the team with 37 aces. That's well over 40 now because of what she did in the first set and that one in the start here in the second. But she's a really good player.
Yes.
Enjoyed watching her last year as well. Northmore's run to the district semifinal.
Good solid swing. Crestview's got to put their hands on the ball as the setters. They're taking too many balls at their platform. It's a good swing. I like that.
Conant threw the block and down.
Hey, this is a big moment for her, you know. You work really hard. You go pin to pin. She's touched a couple balls on that off block, which has really helped their defense out. Let's see what she can do when she has the serve. We got Amanda Kincaid in the front row. I like them to see her run some more quick ones or maybe some 31s a couple steps away. That would increase her hitting percentage overall, and I think that would give them more opportunities moving through their section and their district.
And Conant down the line.
It was
just
close.
Touched.
Whew.
Right in front of the line judge.
It's like that tennis instant replay.
You really want that to be.
I love it. I really do. That's
nice setup and swing. Amanda Kincaid.
Does anybody else just feel what I feel like? I just gave her so much telepathy right there. I'm like, oh, that is what she needs. She needs 5 more of those. You got to keep her active. You got to keep that middle block honest for Crestview so they're not releasing it automatically to their big pins.
Big swing on the other end.
Big swing.
Is the artist.
So I think if we ever watch that replay, that's like a 31. That makes your right side blocker move in. That makes your middle blocker take a step to their right. I just don't think that they were there fast enough with their hands pressed. It was a little more of a slap block. They got to get their hands there. They got to get them fast.
Crestview with a chance to tie this back up.
That's a great set. Wow. That's a really awkward set. That's a really good set. Oh.
Little touch.
Oh, my God. Okay, let's get them in system, people, so we can set.
And an overpass gives Northmore the point.
So I understand why they're running this up defense. Their setter is hanging out. Love her to death. She works super hard. She has got to get to slot with her hands up. She's spinning like Tina Ballerina because she's not having her right shoulder at the net. So setters, if you ever notice this, get your right shoulder to the net, demand that your defense passes to you so you can put your hands on the ball and have correct footwork.
Tina Ballerina.
That's it. You already
we need to make shirts.
I
know you're watching Jory Hollenbeck. You got to make some shirts with these Bobby-isms on them.
I think we would make some great money, honestly. I think all of her former players would definitely buy some.
Miscommunication by Crestview, but they were able to recover and get it over. But once again, a nice setup for Amanda Kincaid, who's really been dominating here in the last couple points in the middle of the court.
Yeah, and if you watch her approach is she's getting to 10 feet. It's slow to fast, and her arms are so tight to her body when she goes to swing. She's using her core so much, and though she's hitting where she's facing, she's got no block. So hit wherever you want, girl. That's a great decision.
Nice setup.
Great decision.
Lexi Wenger, Lady Knights starting to pull away here, up 10-6 in the second set. after dominating the first set 25-5. It's early. We want to welcome everybody in watching on Facebook and YouTube. Give us a shout out.
Shout out.
Shout out. Let us know where you're watching from. We'll give you a little shout out here when we get a chance. That swing too strong. We do have a comment on here. We got Dora Brown watching as usual. Thank you for watching, Dora. Nice job, Knights. It was a nice job in that first set.
And right now, if you look at the offense there for Northmor, as a setter, you want to look across and like, okay, what can I do to make my team successful? So they've run a Mannequin K, which is super great. If you notice that last kill that they had, that was that shoot all the way to the pin. That they froze that middle. They got to keep her honest. So it makes it harder when you're in system all the time for blockers to be able to respond.
Here comes another setup, and once again, Kincaid's just taking that middle over.
Yeah, and if you look at the defense, so if we're able to go back and pause, and if I had a whiteboard, it's kind of like a triangle. So they have 2 people in the corners, and they have 1 standing at the 10-foot line. So their whole thing is that they want to protect the corners of the court and the middle of the court. Well, that's leaving zone 6 open, and against their middles, she's been running it all day long, as she should. She's able to go up, swing, and that's where the block's supposed to take away. But if your block's not super solid, you're just going to keep getting used.
Take a look at the yummy ball.
We love a yummy.
It is lunchtime. So 12-8, Crestview hanging around here in the second set. Playing a lot better than set 1.
Yeah, the Northmor didn't start their match very well. They started off, I think, down 3 or 4 points at the beginning. They did put their subs in, which I don't mind that. But I'm a very competitive person. You've got to demand that your kids who are going to be playing throughout the tournament, your district kids, are starting the match, getting them open, setting up the ones you're subbing in for success. It's really hard just to go bam, bam, thank you, ma'am, and throw everyone out there all at once. You got to kind of get in system and then add a kid, add a kid, add a kid, so it's not so out of control. That's a great pass.
Nice dig.
It's a great swing. Great swing.
Just touched the line. They said it was in. Let's take a look at the replay. Yeah.
I would run that all day long. Their block isn't taking anything away. That's what they're supposed to shade, and they're not. So if I was Reagan Swihart or if I was a middle, I would be hitting to zone 6 all day long.
So on a serve, if you have to dive for it, is it a dig or is it just a
pass?
pass?
No, just serve receive.
Okay, so I've been saying it wrong for the last year and a half.
It's okay. I noticed it, but I was like, I'll let
just
you
correct
ask.
me. Just say you're a moron. You don't know volleyball.
No, but at least you
right,
ask.
Man.
It's better to ask and know. So off of a dig, I don't like when you call it off a tip. That's not a dig. That's a routine play. We never counted a tip as a dig. So dig is off of like a back row attack, a down ball, or again, of course, someone hitting the ball.
But not on a serve.
Not on a serve. That is serve reception ball. Yep.
Okay. So that's just a really good serve, and you got it. Yeah. Okay. Now I know.
Now you know.
5-point lead for the Lady Knights. Up 14-9, and hey, there we go. Some comments. Taylor Arndt watching from Fredericktown High School, Northmor 7th grade volleyball, getting ready to play Centerburg for the KMAC Championship. Go Knights.
Oh, that's
good luck
cute.
to both squads. Let them know Mackenzie and I are rooting for the Knights and the Centerburg Trojans, but a little bit more for the Knights. You know
what? They've worked really hard this year. I haven't covered any Centerburg kids. I don't know any of them, but, good luck to both of them. But it is kind of sweet when you see both teams are playing.
Christy Schmitz, bring the heat, Knights. Let's go, Maddie Blunk. Alex Tuttle, go Maggie and go Knights. How you doing, buddy? Hope you're having a good day, Alex. Teresa Auk, watching from Orlando, Florida. Go Knights. You're making me jealous. It's the first cold day of the fall, and now you're watching from nice, warm, sunny Orlando. I have family that lives in Sanford as well, so shout out to you in Orlando.
It was so cold when I woke up this morning, and I walked outside. I said, another glorious day.
That's why I sleep in, so I don't have to worry about the cold in the morning. I'm a night owl.
I went to go work out, and I opened my garage to take my dog out. I said, this is disturbing. I'm not ready. I was in shorts and a T-shirt. I'm like, okay, I need to go find my sweatpants and sweatshirt this morning.
Well, I mean, we were a little spoiled. It is October 16th, and this is the first cold day of the year. Nice swing by Swihart. So out of the timeout, 2 straight. 16-9, Crestview trails.
And if you've noticed, Northmor, they are moving to both sides of the court, which is super, super important because their coach is giving them different zones to serve to, but they're serving from different angles. So it gives the serve receivers different perspectives, but it also challenges them. Like, okay, if my coach says I'm serving to zone 1 and I am serving from zone 1 on the opposite side, I'm trying to aim for that sideline to make that serve receive player move to their right. And now she's going to probably do that on the left, which I think is super cool. Yep, there she goes. A little bit to a person, but still a tough serve nonetheless.
Off the block, stays up. Swihart a little bit behind her, but still gets the swing and the point.
Yep, when she was a little off bounds, again, a little early, that ball was a little low, she turned with that thumb high. Thumb high is down off the line, and you say, is it easier or nicer to score off of a kill than off a block? I think off a block. I'm a psychopath, but I'm like,
we were talking about that with Becca Conrad.
Yeah.
On Thursday. Yummy ball kept up.
It's a down ball. It's a great dig. I'd run that middle. Yep. Good decision.
Big swing. Conant.
And, you know, it was super slow to fast, and she was cutting across her body. She was open to her setter. It's a great decision to make on both sides.
Now Emily Zager, quite the run from the service line.
Yep.
Let ball.
And
overpass. It's a point. Sorry for interrupting.
No, you're good. She has not served on the same place twice. Well, now she's going back to zone 1 to serve, but she's serving all over, and this is great practice for these kids. Okay, what's the line I'm flirting with being too aggressive or not aggressive enough? A little too aggressive at the end, but I'll give it to her. This is their second missed serve of the set. No, this is their second missed serve of the match total. So they have worked super, super hard.
There's your 1 per set.
There's my 1 per set. There's my 1. But even at this point, with how aggressive they're serving and from all directions of the court, I would give them maybe 2 or 3.
Really? Wait, did I hear that right from you?
Okay, hold on a second. But listen, they are serving from – when you're a server, you traditionally serve from one spot on the court, and I'm the queen of that. Like, I go to my corner, I bounce my ball 3 times, I spin it twice, I smack it once, I go to serve.
Yeah.
They are serving from all over the court because they're being told to. So it is a little bit harder. It gets you out of your routine, but it also tests you as a server.
It also gets you ready for tournament play.
Absolutely.
To where you might need to move around to avoid a certain player when they're moving around, things like that.
Yeah, and my coach at Dayton made me do that, and I would get so pissed at him, like, God, like, I don't want to do it. He's like, no, like, it's good, like, trust me, like, it's going to work for a reason because you want to serve down you want to serve down the line here because it's coming at the serve receiver faster, which makes more sense, but you get so stuck in your ways when you're a server, you're like, oh, just let me go to my corner, let me do my thing.
And Northmor doing their thing right now, up 23-10.
They just really can't get in system, which is sad for Crestview because they started that match so strong with their serve. So when you can't get in system and then you can't respond with that serve, it stinks. It's hard because you want to be able to hit, and you can't hit and be in system and then get back to the service line and go on the runs that Northmor's had if you're not executing on that first point.
Yeah, it was 7-6. Then Northmor went on a huge run, and they get the point and they get the set. So the Lady Knights rolling here. 25-10 in the second set. They lead 2-0. We're going to take a break. We'll be back with the third set right here, live and free on the OH Report.
Lender, craftsman, dog dad. We're more than our job titles, and you're more than an account number. The personal attention we provide comes from a promise to serve you with respect and compassion. By being responsive to your questions and taking time to understand your needs and goals, we give you more than just a place to bank. That's the more you can expect from Park National Bank. Find John or a banker near you at parknationalbank.com. Park National Bank, where you mean more.
Morrow County Hospital, along with Ohio Health, is the official sports medicine provider of Northmor High School. Available 24/7 to care for your athlete with same-day appointment options available. We keep your athletes healthy and in the game. Morrow County Hospital and Ohio Health are proud to partner with Northmor High School to provide a healthier community, serving teams, parents, and all of Morrow County.
That's how Mama rolls.
That is how Mama rolls, and Northmor rolling right now up 2-0. See how I just rolled with that, Mackenzie?
I love that you did, because that
2-0. Northmor leading Crestview. And speaking of Crestview, the big one tonight, Senior night as well for the Cougars.
Oh, my.
At the Den against St. Paul. This is a game that a lot of us have been
St.
looking
Paul?
forward to. No, it's at Crestview.
Oh,
It's at
I was like,
Crestview.
oh, that's going to even rougher.
Our G-Man and Storm, Crestview alum. G played in this game. Very nervous. I don't know if they slept at all last night. They're really nervous, but he'll be on the call with Brian tonight. I'll be on the sidelines. Full crew. I believe senior night starts at 6:15. I think, don't quote me on this, but we're going to have that. And then kickoff at 7 of the biggest game in the area this week and maybe this year. So tune in tonight, but we still have one set left here, Mackenzie.
Well, I noticed that, and I'll just put this plainly because I think everyone knows at this point. I don't, not that I don't have a filter, but I just tell things as it is. I'm not seeing a lot of dancing like there was on senior night. They're very focused right now. They have the serve here starting this third set. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that. But they have got to establish they have all of their starters back in, as they should, in my opinion, which I like that they did that. They've got to take it and go from the beginning, and this is a moment where Crestview needs a gut check time, and they need to wake up and show up and play, or they need to just find a way to get it together and be better for their tournament run. But Northmor has to establish themselves as, okay, we're superior. We're coming into play. They did put their libero back in, so I think they're going to change some stuff up for Crestview, as they should. They got to change something at this point. But you got to say, okay, I'm here to, step on your throat and not let up until the end of the match, which is, I think, the mentality that they have. I think Reagan Swihart for sure has that mentality, but I want to see that translate into more facets of their team.
So 25-5 first set victory for Northmor, 25-10 in the second as they get ready to start the third. Lizzie Earlston will start it off. Lady Knights looking for the sweep to go into tournament time. They'll play on Tuesday.
It's a great dig. They got to set Chloe Keene a little bit higher to the pin in that circumstance.
Big swing and point. Becca Kaufman gets Crestview back on the board.
That's a good solid swing for them. I notice they're slapping a little bit Northmor on their blocks. So they're not pressing and holding. They're late and they're just trying to touch hands like a hot potato. They got to press, extend their elbows, and keep their hands on that side for as long as possible. That's a great decision set.
Swihart into the block and out. And that's just as good as getting it over.
I love that. I love it. And you know what? It pisses off the blockers because then you think, oh, my gosh, you think you're there and you're doing everything, and you realize you have to think so hard when you block about all the different positioning and parts of your body that you have to use to block. Good dig. That's a great set for Chloe Keene.
Big swing.
That's a really good change in direction. Now the next evolution to that is, okay, that's probably 2 feet inside for her. I need that to go 1 foot 2 feet wider and 1 foot higher for her. That's a great serve.
Swihart continues to be strong from the service line. Is it the service line?
Yeah.
Okay, I got
Good
that
job.
one right. Okay.
You got that one right.
I did it. 3-1 Northmor. It's only the last regular season of the game of the year here on the OH Report for volleyball, and I'm finally getting things going. Miss hit, Northmor up 4-1.
And that was a really good in-system ball, and they have got to execute. And I think on the outside, her feet are just not working with her arms and her upper body, and she was a little closed off hitting off there. But you got to find a way when you're in system for Crestview, because they haven't been in system very often, to give people hittable balls.
Nice swing there.
Got caught watching.
Bit of an off-pace hit. I like the adjustment she made midair.
Yeah.
I think she hit a little bit lower on her arm to take some speed off as well, and it just dinks right in between everybody. I believe they call that a campfire.
Oh, my gosh. That was good. I like that. I like that reference.
That was a former Colonel Crawford coach who called matches with me here last year. So
Amber Christie.
Yes, Amber Christie.
Oh, Amber, I'm going to tell her. I'm going to have to text her. I'm like, hey, what's up with campfire? I've never heard that before.
Yeah.
That sounds like something Amber would say.
Yeah, because it's right in between 4 people around it. I loved it. She also introduced me to Yummy Ball.
Oh,
so
we love
Amber,
Yummy.
shout out.
Shout out. I'm going to text her after this, Big. So I hear that you have some isms, too, that I need to add to my repertoire.
Lady Knights get the point. Up 5-3 here, looking to close this out in straight sets. Like I said, they will get the winner of Danville and Patriot
That's
Prep.
a great serve.
There's an ace.
What happened? Oh, she had a foot fault. Okay. So she foot faulted again with
On
that
the line.
serve. That's a great serve. Got to watch your feet.
I haven't seen many foot faults this season.
I haven't either.
And that's a good thing.
So I think if everybody noticed that there was a lot of out of control, there was a lot of chaos, and usually, or historically in this match, but usually in high school volleyball, the more out of system errors you have, the more hitting errors you're going to have. You got to put your people up for success. That's a great swing.
Big swing, and it's a point.
Does Chloe Keene play basketball?
Yes.
Okay, now that I know that, if anyone's hearing this, and Chloe, if you ever hear this, run some more slides. I think it would be really interesting for her if she ran a step in. So if you're looking at the court, if she would start her approach where she's at for a tee, at the tee on the court at nights, and go and take off on a slide, I think that would be a really big beneficial thing for her.
So you want her the cha-cha slide,
I want her to cha-cha slide. I think she should cha-cha slide it all the way around. Yes.
Okay.
That would be really good for her. I think that would be, so if she ever has to play middle, she's used to going behind, and she's a basketball player. So just have her run a slide on the right.
I appreciate you going with that terrible pun I just
it's
made
okay.
about that too. Yeah.
Everybody has a couple puns that we aren't proud of, but I got you back.
Last regular season call of the year. Can't hold anything back now.
We're holding nothing back. When do I hold anything back ever?
That's a true point right there. Nice setup here.
Oh, to
Oh, I said too soon. The first announcer jinx of the day. Crestview up by 2.
I think
8-6.
you've got one on me. I don't think I have any today.
No, because we
Shut up.
stayed quiet while
They were
Swihart
talking.
was serving.
We should just stop while we're ahead.
Into the net. Northmor gets the point back. A couple more comments. Alex Tuttle, thanks for covering the game. Well, thank you for watching, man. Go Knights. Debbie Schoenfeld, go Knights. She's a lot of O's on there, so
Lots of O's.
That's why I said it that long.
That's a great read from Amanda Kincaid. I like the setter. I like Claire being aggressive.
Into the net.
And I don't know if anybody watched that ball. When that ball was so high, you want to jump and you want to be so early. You have to be so patient and just wait. And historically, you want to be the second person to touch the ball so you can push it down inside. And she has done a great job of working super hard, and look, she even tried to okay, can I make myself available even though this is an out-of-system ball?
Big swing.
Big,
dug
great
up.
dig.
That's a dig.
That's
a dig.
I think there was no.
That's a deflection.
I thought there was a touch on
I
that.
thought there was a touch.
Me too.
Let's take a look and see if it was. Coming up right here.
Yeah, I think there was. Ball will tell here.
Ball don't lie.
Ball don't lie.
9-all. Lady Cougars taking advantage of a couple Northmor mistakes. And we're even as we approach the midway point of this third set.
I would like to see, and this is just me as a person, this is my last regular season game in the gym. There's a lot on the, not like a lot on the line, but there's kind of like some pride stuff on the line. I'm a person where, okay, even if we're not playing, they're not playing great, but it's not like they're not rolling over and dying. Northmore's not. Like, I got to see some more energy and more rebound where, you're looking at each other with a sense of urgency. Like, okay, we got to go now. Like, we're not hanging around waiting for something to happen. We're taking – it's kind of like life. Like, if you wait around and you wait for things to fall into your lap, it's not as sweet. Everything that is worth doing it right, and it's worth being aggressive. So I want to see them take a little bit more opportunities into their hand like they did in set 1.
Mackenzie Weaver being a little philosophical right now. 11-10 Northmor.
Can't help it, honestly.
Make sure to stay tuned after the match for our J&F Construction MVP. Mackenzie, as always, will interview the MVP. So stick around after this. It's early. You got nothing else to do. College football hasn't kicked off yet. So stay with us.
And the Buckeyes
Have some fun.
Buckeyes don't play today, do they?
I think they're off. Mountaineers are off as well.
Oh, okay.
I saw that look. I'm a West Virginia boy, through and through. Never coming to the dark side. So
Oh, my gosh.
Even though Cade Stover plays for the Buckeyes and I root for him, Buckeyes get a much-needed off week here before the heart of their Big Ten schedule. They try and stay in the race.
Who do they have left? They have
Michigan
Penn
State, I believe.
State?
Penn State's
did anybody hear that ball, how hard that went off her arms? That sounded like a gunshot.
That was, yeah. I thought somebody hit a table or something.
Yeah,
I think it hit up the arm too,
yeah,
so it made it sound
popped
weird.
right
Yeah.
off of her.
It's Swihart serving, so
Yeah.
that's probably why. Nice dig.
That's a great gather and swing for her. I know it wasn't a super strong swing, but that was a very volleyball IQ move. Oh my, sweetie. Oh, Chloe.
Wenger able to get it over and gets the point though, because a point is a point
is a point. So I'm gonna help Chloe out a little bit. Keep your body underneath you. Remember, body, hands, all keep that in a line. I'd rather that be a little inside than a little too far outside for her.
Let ball. Kept up.
Great decision.
That's a better pass, but Wenger this time goes into the net.
And I like that pass, and that was kept. I don't know if you noticed that. So Reagan Swihart passed that. She was in left back. I would have liked to see that ball go back. That's a reverse in the flow of the game. That's one side of the court to the other. I think that would have been a better decision there.
Wenger off the block and down. So the Lady Knights with their largest lead of this third set, 15-12. And Crestview's going to call a time.
They're calling a timeout.
Yeah, okay. So while we have a moment, let's thank our sponsors. Morrow County Hospital, Park National Bank, Hot Shot Secret, J&F Construction, and Morrow County Hospital twice, our commercial sponsor and our scoreboard sponsor, as Darius Rucker plays in the background.
I like Darius Rucker. It's
Although
a nice little change of pace.
I will always call him Hootie. Saw him perform Hootie and the Blowfish 2 summers ago before COVID. Oh, it was great. It was a bucket list seeing Hootie play. There's actually a story. My family and I, we usually stay down at the Isle of Palms. It's south of Charleston.
Okay.
Right on the other side of the inlet from Mount Pleasant.
Okay.
Well, Darius Rucker lives in Mount Pleasant. There's this club at the Isle of Palms called the Windjammer. It's been there since I was little because my parents would go there, every once in a while. On weekends when he's not out performing, he will go to the Windjammer and just acoustic.
Oh.
Yeah, things like that.
Love that.
It's awesome. If you're there on a Friday or Saturday, he'll just show up and he'll play, put on a little mini concert. It's great. I've never seen it in person, but the stories I've heard from people are pretty phenomenal.
So I'm seeing a little bit of breakdown for Crestview here, and I think I'm recognizing it as there's a breakdown in the serve reception and there's a breakdown in the defense. So they're starting to do what I call the when in doubt, stick it out, and they're just praying that they either touch the ball or that they just keep it up when it should be more of a, okay, I'm in the right position to make this and execute this move. It's a great set.
Nice rally going along here.
They need to run their middle here.
Oh, nice attempt there by Sauter, but finally Northmor gets the point. That's one of those momentum points.
That's
a long rally.
That's a momentum point, and that is, okay, we've made the middle blocker for Crestview go pin to pin. They were really pin heavy there at the end, and it was nice and change in pace just to run that quick run to Amanda Kincaid.
I like that idea.
That's a better set from Chloe Keene. That was a better set. She kept her body underneath there, just a little hitting air right there.
So back to a 3-point set here. Crestview trying to extend this to set number 4.
Great swing, great dig.
Back line. Set up backwards, swing goes down for Keene. Northmor back up to its largest lead of the set, 4 points.
I'm interested to see what type of run they can go on here. They have a pretty sizable lead. And I open my mouth, and look what happens again. I'll just shut up from now on.
That's what, only the 4th service error?
4th service error, yep. Which I'm not mad about because they have served really aggressively, but put your first one in. Great decision.
Once again, getting back to the middle is Kincaid. So both teams exchanging points, and that benefits Northmor. They're only 7 away from finishing this sweep off. Lexi Wenger with what might be her final services or serves of the regular season. Get the point there.
She's serving really aggressively down that line, and sometimes it's hard when you're a server and you're serving down because that's such a tight space, and there's a lot of room for error there. That's a great swing.
Been saying that a lot about Swihart having, I think, one of the best games she's had all season.
Yeah, she's taken control of the service line. She's taken control offensively. Hasn't had a bad night defensively. It's nice to see.
Lady Knights 5 points away from win number 16 on the season. Nice
That's
setup.
a great swing. I don't care that was a block. That was great both.
Swihart.
That was out.
Was it?
Yeah, it was out. It was out.
Let's take a look. Coming up here.
If it touched, it was the very inside of that line. It was out.
Well, as usual, we'll see if the ball does not lie. Swihart says, nope, that was my point. I'm going to get it this time. 22-14.
She's really taken advantage of the fact that they're running that up defense, and their block hasn't really been able to take anything away. So when you run that up defense, you're relying on your block to shade that zone 6, or you get a lot of block touches off there. So she's taking advantage that there's not a lot of block up there right now. Ooh.
Might have been out. Thus we play on. Swihart got it. 23-14, and let's see if Crestview will take their last timeout. Did they take 2 timeouts here? No, they have one left. They have one left I see on the board, so we'll see if she just lets this play out or they'll take a timeout. Wenger, overpass, yummy ball down.
I don't think she's going to take it. I don't think that's going to help anything at this point. I think the wheels have fallen off the train, and you kind of just got to ride it till the station.
Match point, Northmor 10 match points. Looking for the sweep. Wenger, short serve.
And it's in. Oh, it hit the antenna. I don't know. I think my eyes just had a seizure right there. I just didn't catch that it hit the net.
So it hit the antenna, and the Cougars stay alive here for the time being. And Ramsey goes into the net, so that'll do it. Northmor with the 3-0 sweep. They take care of business for win number 16. We're going to take one more break and be back with our player of the game, our MVP. Right after this, you're watching girls high school volleyball live and free on the OH Report.
Man, what should I listen to on the OH Report today?
Dude, listen to the Friday Night Pigskin. You got highlights and scores from all around the area.
The OH Report podcast has more than just football.
No, listen to the Pigskin. The Pigskin.
Podcast.
Pigskin. Pigskin.
Podcast.
Pigskin.
Why not
Podcast.
both?
Pigskin.
Podcast.
Dude, clean your ears out, man.
Bro, there's so much space in here.
Lender, craftsman, dog dad. We're more than our job titles, and you're more than an account number. The personal attention we provide comes from a promise to serve you with respect and compassion. By being responsive to your questions and taking time to understand your needs and goals, we give you more than just a place to bank. That's the more you can expect from Park National Bank. Find John or a banker near you at parknationalbank.com. Park National Bank, where you mean more.
Morrow County Hospital, along with Ohio Health, is the official sports medicine provider of Northmor High School. Available 24/7 to care for your athlete with same-day appointment options available. We keep your athletes healthy and in the game. Morrow County Hospital and Ohio Health are proud to partner with Northmor High School to provide a healthier community, serving teams, parents, and all of Morrow County.
Hi, guys. Welcome back with JNF Construction Player of the Game. Hi, Riley. Or you're not, my God. You're not Riley, you're Reagan. I'm so sorry, honey. Congratulations on your really big 3-set sweep tonight. How does it feel knowing, I know this is kind of weird, like it's your last regular season game? I know you have 2 more matches left in this gym. Was that like a weird feeling for you guys? Or did you kind of know that, or was it kind of like an unspoken thing?
I think that if this was actually our last like home game, it would have been weirder. But we have 2 more games left, so we didn't really feel like it was our last home game.
Yeah, I know the feeling where you're kind of like, yeah, like it is, but it's not. So, moving on from there. So you were very dominant in all facets of the game today, but I noticed especially on the service line, and I know a lot of you guys were changing where you serve on the court. You don't really see that elevation or that evolution in the game with kids changing where you serve. I mean, I didn't do that a lot in high school. It was more when I got to college and I played at Dayton that my coach made me go from sideline to sideline. Was that directed by you guys, or was that more instituted by your coaches to switch sides of the court?
Our coach really pushes for us to move the serve because that's just how we beat teams. Because we're one of the very few like high school teams that actually move our serves around.
Yeah.
So I know that like a lot of girls are really good at it.
Yeah, I know, because I don't think people realize when you change where you serve on the court, it comes from a different angle and different perspective when you serve from zone 1 to zone 5.
Yeah.
So you guys are going to play the winner of Danville and Patriot Prep. So I know that it's kind of hard when you take the bye because you kind of got to watch and see. How do you think this match today will transition to next week for you?
I think that it's really good that we won this match today, just having momentum going into the tournaments, and we're just ready for the next game.
Yeah, because you guys definitively won today. You set yourself up great. You know, I think that especially you established your middle. Amanda Kincaid played really great tonight, and it allowed you then to see like, oh, when we establish our middle, we can run our pins and we're not so pin heavy. So congratulations tonight. You played a great match, and I hope you all the best in the luck on your tournament run this year, honey.
Thank you.
All right, guys, and we'll be back with a couple of final thoughts here in a moment.
Lender, craftsman, dog dad. We're more than our job titles, and you're more than an account number. The personal attention we provide comes from a promise to serve you with respect and compassion. By being responsive to your questions and taking time to understand your needs and goals, we give you more than just a place to bank. That's the more you can expect from Park National Bank. Find John or a banker near you at parknationalbank.com. Park National Bank, where you mean more.
Morrow County Hospital, along with Ohio Health, is the official sports medicine provider of Northmor High School. Available 24/7 to care for your athlete with same-day appointment options available. We keep your athletes healthy and in the game. Morrow County Hospital and Ohio Health are proud to partner with Northmor High School to provide a healthier community, serving teams, parents, and all of Morrow County.
So the Lady Knights finished the regular season with a 3-0 sweep of the Crestview Lady Cougars, 25-5, 25-10, 25-15.
It was a quick morning. They took care of business early, they took care of it fast, and they established themselves for next week really, really well.
Travis Berardi alongside Mackenzie Weaver to wrap things up here from the castle. Victorious one final time. They'll finish the season 16-5, while Crestview will drop to 10-11. Crestview will travel to Edison on Monday, while the Lady Knights will take on Danville or Patriot Prep right back here, 6 o'clock on Thursday. Yeah, not much to say about this match. Just dominated by Northmor. Crestview, you know, a younger team. Lost a couple All-Ohioans last year, just trying to find their way back.
Yeah.
They can get a couple upsets. Maybe they finish above 500, but we'll see for this young squad. They have a lot to work, you know,
there's a lot to work on. Yeah, there's a lot to work on.
They can build on some things.
Yeah.
As for the Lady Knights, you know, they were going in on a high note, 5 wins in a row going into the tournament. One of the favorites to at least win a sectional championship, which would be their
a lot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're 5th in a row. They're 6th in a row, and 8th out of the last 9 years. They've just been that good in the past decade.
They have.
Nonetheless, that will wrap things up here from the castle. I'd like to thank everybody that helped make this possible. the folks back at the OH Report, BS Media Productions, Brian Skronsky, Jory Hollenbeck, Adam Thompson, Hayden Gray, as always, on the camera work. Did a good job there. On Instant Replays, Hot Shot Secret. Player of the game was J&F Construction. Our scoreboard was Morrow County Hospital. They were also one of our commercial sponsors. And Park National Bank was the other commercial sponsor. We'd like to thank everybody at Northmor High School, Blade Tackett, the athletic director, for allowing us to come here and bring these live streams to you. And most importantly, we'd like to thank you, the fans, for watching. And a couple more shout-outs as we go. Dora Brown, nice Lexi. Donna Payne, thanks for your commentary. Mackenzie Weaver. Dora Brown, good game nights. Jeremy Sham, congrats, girls. But that'll do it from here. Lady Knights win it in straight sets, 25-5, 25-10, 25-15. For Mackenzie Weaver, I am Travis Berardi saying so long for now from the castle, and be sure to tune in tonight. The game of the week, maybe the game of the year. Crestview undefeated, St. Paul undefeated. A Firelands Conference Championship is on the line, so we'll see you tonight from Crestview. But for now, we out.